In this video, we write a C program to print the following series up to n, and also we print the series as well as and also find their sum. We have to print the series 1 plus 2 plus 3 and so on up to n, and also we want to find their sum also. For this purpose, this is the program. Initially we have taken one looping variable I and it is initialized to 1. Why? Because the series is starting from 1, and then we have taken n variable for reading up to n, and then in order to find out some value we have taken sum variable and it is initialized to 0, and then we have read n value. Then we write the code here. First of all, we print I value %d I, and then we add I value to sum. Sum is equal to sum plus I, and then we increment I value. This is the initial steps before entering into while loop, and then in the while loop we write condition while I less than or is equal to n. Then in order to print I value, first of all we check I value. Now observe here, first of all we are printing I value, that is 1, and later onwards we need to print plus also. That means in the printing, instead of directly printing I value, we need to print plus also, plus %d. %d is for printing I value. Then we are giving, before incrementing I value, first of all I value should be added to sum. Sum is equal to sum plus I, and then we increment I value. Once while loop is completed, we have to print sum value. Printf sum of the series is equal to %d. We have to print sum value. This is the logic here. Now we run this program. Let us say I am giving 10. This is the series we are printing, 1 plus 2 plus 3 and so on up to 10, and the sum of the series is equal to 55. Now again we run this program. Now let us say this time we give value, let us say 5, and we got the series 1 plus 2 and so on up to 5, and sum of the series is equal to 15. Now we analyze this particular program. Now initially I value is 1 and n value is, we have given n value 5, and what about sum value? Or let us say we write I value here. Initially I value is 1 and n value is, initially we write sum value here. Initially sum value is 0 and n value is 5. First of all we check, first of all we are printing I value. What is I value? In the series we print 1 value, and then sum is equal to sum plus I is executed. Sum is initially containing 0. Here we write value at this particular point. Sum is equal to sum plus I. Sum value is initially 0. 0 plus I means I value is 1. 0 plus 1 we get value 1. Now sum value becomes 1. Then I plus plus I value becomes 2. Now I value becomes 2. Now when the statement is executed, I value becomes 2. Then we are entering into the while loop condition. while I is less than or is equal to n, 2 is less than or is equal to 5, which is correct. 2 is less than or is equal to 5, which is correct. Then we enter into while loop. In the while loop, we are printing printf plus percentage d plus. First of all, we are printing plus, and then percentage d is meant for printing I value. Now what is I value? 2. Then sum is equal to sum plus I. Now sum value is 1, I value is 2, 1 plus 2, that means we get value 3. Then I plus plus, now I value becomes 3. Again we enter into checking condition part. While I is less than or is equal to n, 3 is less than or is equal to 5, which is correct. Then again we enter into while loop. In the while loop we are printing plus I value. Now what is I value? 3. Then sum is equal to sum plus I. Sum value is 3, I value is 3. Sum plus I means 3 plus 3. Now sum value becomes 6. Then I plus plus, I value becomes 4. Then again we check the condition in the while loop. While I is less than or is equal to n, 4 is less than or is equal to 5, which is correct. Then again we enter into while loop, and then we print plus I value, that is 4. And then sum is equal to sum plus I. Sum plus I means 6 plus 4, that is 10. Sum value becomes 10. And then I plus plus, I value becomes 5. Again 5 is less than or is equal to 5. We enter into while loop. In the while loop we print plus I value, that is 5. Then sum is equal to sum plus I. Sum value is 10, I value is 5, 10 plus 5. Now sum value becomes 15. Now I value, I plus plus, I value becomes 6. Then we are checking condition part in the while loop. While I is less than or is equal to n, now this condition is failed. Now this condition becomes false. Then while loop is stopped. And then after the while loop, there is one statement, sum of the series. Then we are getting output, sum of the series is equal to, sum of the series is equal to, we are printing sum value. What is sum value? 15. In this fashion, we can write a C program to print the given series. So to print the given series like 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on up to n, and also we have find out their particular sum also.